get up.
You do your best to raise the children.
Anna, you forgot to wash my shirt. I told you 100 times, today is purple shirt day at school.
You do your best to care for them.
Come on, Ben.
But no matter how much you love them,
Come on, Ben, please.
you'll never measure up
Mommy!
to their mother.
I think I can handle it from here, Isabel.
Happy Mother's Day, all you amazing people, especially mamas, and yes, even stepmothers. Not your evil ones that Disney loves so much, but for once, we get a sincere, utterly heartwarming treatment of the life with the stepmom, simply entitled Stepmom. Released by Columbia Pictures in 1998, starring Julia Roberts as said stepmom, Isabel, of the two kids Anna and Ben, played by Jena Malone and Liam AIKEN. Isabel is a professional fashion photographer who is the best at her job, which can only mean she's below par at being a mother, right? Wrong. But in this case, for Isabel, her job is everything, and she never expected to be a mother. But because she is in love with Luke, an attorney, played well by edharris, she inherits some kids who are indeed struggling like mad with the action of divorce from the parents. Their biological mom being Jackie, played exquisitely by Susan Sarandon. Needless to say, Jackie cannot stand the way Isabel tries to mother, and she will do everything she can to practically get rid of Isabel and undermine her. But when a fatal disease creeps up on Jackie, can she look beyond the qualities that Isabel doesn't possess and learn to appreciate who she is, as well as make the most of the time she has left? And can Isabel grow as a mother and earn the trust of the kids before it's too late?
You know every story, every wound, every memory. Their whole life's happiness is wrapped up in you. Every single moment.
Talk about a tearjerker, folks. I certainly remember the day my mom took my sister and I to see this film in theaters in 1998, and how wonderful it was, my friends. I believe it really was the first movie I remember seeing of Susan Sarandon, being 8 years old when I saw it, and from then on, I wanted to know more about the work of Susan Sarandon. She clearly is one of the greatest actors of our time, and yes, this movie, I believe, would not be as effective and moving without her. Susan gives so much dimension to this role, which at times, as the audience, you are totally battling with liking her character. The manipulation, the undermining, the gall, any chance that Isabel has to be a good influence to those kids, Jackie just tears her down. Scene by scene.
Honey, I'm so sorry, but you're not making this any easier on anybody.
It is not my job to make it easier for you. It is my job to take care of those children, and they don't want to be with you. I'm getting a court order, and you are never going to be with these children again alone. Do you understand? Ever.
I think the biggest slap is totally the concert idea, where Isabel wants to take Anna to a Pearl Jam concert on a school night, and Jackie shuts it down immediately. But then a few days later, when Isabel drops Anna off to Jackie, Jackie surprises Anna with tickets to Pearl Jam on a school night, right in front of her.
You want to take a 12-year-old girl to a Pearl Jam concert on a school night?
Just thought it would be something nice that she and I could do together.
It's ridiculous.
Pearl Jam? Yeah. On a school night?
We are going out.
Oh, Mom! Isn't my mom the coolest?
That was rude. That was pretty fucking rude.
Definitely. So you have a hard time really liking Jackie for a long, long time. Because you see, Isabel is really trying her best, though failing at every turn. All eyes are on her, with no motherly experience at all. So you feel for her. Also, Julia Roberts, and honestly one of her better performances all throughout her career. A lot of audiences still give Julia Roberts some smack because she's more of a pretty face versus a real actor. And while I certainly think that is true for the most part, she has beautiful flavoring peppered throughout her career with phenomenal performances, this one absolutely included. The chemistry that she builds with Susan is a kinship that we dream of seeing. It is certainly a partnership of actors that you would love to see, and it is a dream to see. They build off of each other and work off each other symbiotically, that it's hard to award one actor versus the other. But Susan, sadly, was the only actor to receive a Golden Globe nomination for Best Actress here, and even that being the only nod Susan would receive for this.
Could have happened to anyone.
Not to me.
It also helps that Susan and Julia are good friends in real life and sought this project to do together. The script came from Gigi Lavangi, who was a brand new screenwriter, and in my opinion, really came to be because of her new husband, producer Brian Grazer, who was always the right-hand man producer for Ron Howard's films at Universal. The script received many different treatments, however, with a total of 5 writers on the thing, including Ronald Bass, the Oscar-winning screenwriter for Rain Man. 5 writers on the thing, my word, which maybe you can sense because of so many scenes with long passages of love being shared with one another. Part of the film's mixed reception at the time of its release were the fact of so many scenes of long dialogue, which to many audiences felt like it dragged on quite a bit. But they are scenes of just character building. It's amazing how that could be seen as a negative. In my opinion, yes, they can tend to keep going and going, but I believe that's what gives the film its own charm. I love those moments of just honest acting between Susan and the kids, between Julia and the kids, even the scenes with Edharris and Julia. I mean, hell, any scene with Edharris is always brilliant, come on.
Even when things are hard and I feel like giving up, you have to hang on to that decision. That choice to love each other, even if it's only by thread. I let that thread break once. This time it won't.
The film is your epitome of heartwarming love, having a mother afraid of change between divorce, a new woman coming in who's not up to snuff, on top of a lung cancer diagnosis, spoiler, so she has to appreciate what time she has left with her kids. It may have been seen as heavy-handed, but when you have director Chris Columbus behind the camera, you are bound to get that heavy-handedness sometimes, having directed both Home Alones and Mrs. Doubtfire. This is honestly one of the better films Chris Columbus has ever directed. There are so many scenes that are paced wonderfully and set up simply that are not heavy-handed at all, like the simple little detail where we're slowly zooming in on the inside of the house, the laundry basket is toppled over, and Susan comes out of the bathroom almost in a dizzy phase because we know the lymphoma is hitting her hard. We didn't need a whole big episode of her dropping the basket and heading into the bathroom. It gets right to the point of the matter, which I appreciate as a filmmaker. It also tells me most likely there were a number of good scenes and a great amount of good footage cut. So a lot of good props to editor Neil Travis, who won the Oscar for editing Dances with Wolves just 8 years previously. So Chris was in good hands in that department. Did you also know that legend John Williams composed the score for this film? This is a John Williams score. It's nuts. John Williams did the score right around the same time he did Saving Private Ryan. And you would never know unless you really listen closely. And you can feel the magical wonder that he always puts in his scores. It adds more to the effect having been shot up in Manhattan, as well as upstate New York, during the beautiful time of autumn into winter. My goodness, this film is a holiday film like no other, and it was released promptly on Christmas Day, just in case you forgot you had to see it around the holidays. As mentioned previously, the film was critically mixed, but box office-wise, it did fantastically, earning $159 million worldwide over its $50 million budget. So yes, indeed, it was a hit. But honestly, I would have been so happy if Susan received an Oscar nomination for Best Actress. Oh my gosh, she gives Jackie a whole three-dimensional arc where she grows into the mature mother she really is. And we, the audience, really do end up understanding why she felt so defensive against Isabel the way she does. And we earn so many of those gorgeous and moving moments, like when Julia and Susan come to a mutual understanding and bond.
She doesn't have to choose. She can have us both. Love us both. And she will be a better person because of me and because of you. I have their past. And you can have their future.
No, I'm not crying. You're crying. The screenwriters, all 5 of them, well, 7 honestly, because Julia and Susan put their own dollars worth in the script as well, really came to work and gave the heart to this film. Even with adapting the dynamic with the kids, Liam AIKEN specifically, because Liam actually lost his father when he was 2 years old. And Susan, as well as Chris Columbus, brought it to the forefront in asking him, at this point of filming, he at 8 years old, my age actually, what would you want your father to say to you? What would you want from your father if he was here? And they gave that to him, and however they could, character-wise, in this film, that edharris brought to him as well. That is nurturing. That is true care within an ensemble. And the kids are just truly terrific in their roles. When they are having a blast lip-syncing to "Ain't No Mountain High Enough," to being affected by their parents' trauma.
Maybe you're lying now. I could never believe you again.
I made a mistake. Anna, people make mistakes.
Anna! You do not run out on your mother.
No, that's your job.
It's a moving film that still stands the test of time for so many.
I don't want to say goodbye. I'm gonna miss you so much.
Oh, sweetie. Okay. Oh, sweetie. Oh, my sweetie. It's okay. It's okay to miss me. It's okay. You can miss me and you can take me with you.
So my friends, I give Chris Columbus's Stepmom an A-. Susan and Julia have always said this film has and still means a lot to them, and is one of the most valuable works in their whole career. For they have said themselves to this day, they get approached by mothers and stepmothers of all kinds, saying that this movie has helped them so much with being a mother. And I think that's it right there. This film is such a touchstone for American culture, of not only what it can be being a stepmom, coming into that role, but a mother, period. The scenes of true, honest love being shared between mother and daughter, mother and son, mother and child, are so priceless and valuable that you'd be a fool not to be touched. Anyone who's ever had a mother figure in their life, will always connect to it. And if you ever had a mother who passed away, oh, how crushingly hard it is to say goodbye. But this film surely paints a poetic picture of taking your mother with you, everywhere you go, in everything you do, to just be a part of your life.
And when you're in trouble, have me there. And when you fall in love, have me there. You can. And that's how people go on forever, you know, because somebody takes them along. On your graduation and your wedding and when you have your babies. Take me along, will you?
Always, always, and always.
You have made my life so wonderful.
My friends, mothers, have you seen Stepmom? What do you think of it? Please share in those comments. Like, subscribe, and stay tuned for even more reviews and top 10s to come. Thank you all so very much for watching, and once again, happy Mother's Day. I hope you do get to see your mom today. Speaking of which, I better get on the phone with my mom right now. All the love to you.